What if jealousy was never revealed through anger, but with questions that sound harmless? There's a disturbing truth about human nature, and almost no one sees it. Jealous people rarely attack you directly. They observe you, they smile at you, and then they question you, not to understand you, but to measure themselves against you. And number 4, that is the one almost everyone tolerates, but it changes everything. Stay with me. You start doing better in life, not dramatically, just enough to feel progress, and suddenly something shifts. The same people who once ignored you now watch you more closely. They ask questions, not direct attacks, but something feels off. You were lucky, right? Are you sure this will last? And you feel it, that quiet tension behind their words. You begin to explain yourself, to justify your success, to make your success feel smaller just so they feel comfortable again. And the strangest part, you start doubting yourself, not because you failed, but because of how they reacted when you didn't. And if this has ever happened to you, you are not naive. You have just discovered a truth that Nietzsche understood more than a century ago, and it is uncomfortable. Friedrich Nietzsche was not a comfortable thinker. He studied the hidden emotions people refuse to admit, and what he saw about jealousy was precise. He called it ressentiment, a quiet form of wounded pride that disguises itself as reason, concern, even morality. It begins as comparison and slowly becomes silent resistance towards those who are becoming more. Modern psychology confirms this. When the ego feels threatened, it does not attack directly, it protects itself subtly, and that subtlety is where these questions are born. Psychologically, something very simple is happening. When someone sees your growth, their mind does not just see you, it sees themselves, their choices, their inaction, their hesitation, and that comparison creates discomfort. So the brain does something fascinating. It reframes your success into something smaller, something explainable, something temporary. Not to hurt you, but to protect them. Because here is the truth most people never accept. It is not about your success, it's about how they feel about themselves when they look at you. 1. You were lucky, right? It sounds light, almost friendly, but it removes something important: your effort, your discipline, your sacrifice. Nietzsche saw this as ego protection. If your success is luck, then their lack of success is not their fault. So they reduce your story, they simplify your struggle, they erase your process. Not truth, protection. Luck is a convenient lie. 2. Are you sure it will last? This is doubt disguised as concern. Instead of celebrating your growth, they prepare for your fall, because your stability threatens their comfort. Nietzsche understood this deeply. People suffer more from others' success than their own failure. So they predict your ending, they question your future, they wait for your collapse. Not support, anticipation. 3. How much do you earn? Now it becomes measurable. Numbers create hierarchy, and hierarchy feeds comparison. Psychologically, this is ranking behavior. Above you, below you, equal to you? And if the answer hurts, the conversation changes quickly. Comparison poisons silently. 4. Aren't you afraid of failing? And here it is, the one almost everyone ignores. It sounds like advice. It sounds like care, but it is projection. Their fear, their hesitation, their limits. Nietzsche called this the resistance to becoming, the fear of stepping beyond what is familiar. So when you act, they warn you. When you risk, they question you. Not to protect you, to justify themselves. Not concern, projection. 5. The silent question, why you? This one is rarely spoken, but you can feel it. In the pause, in the tone, in the space between words. Why you? Why not them? This is the core of jealousy. It ignores your struggle. It ignores your sacrifices. It sees only the result. Nietzsche believed most people cannot accept another's rise without questioning their own worth. So they don't celebrate you, they compare themselves to you. And that comparison becomes resentment. Power line? Jealousy is a confession. There was someone who started improving quietly. Nothing dramatic, just discipline, consistency, focus. At first, no one noticed. Then, slowly, people did. The questions began. Is it really working? Are you sure this is sustainable? And for a while, they explained everything. They tried to reassure everyone. And then something became clear. The questions were never about understanding. They were about discomfort. And that was the moment everything changed. They stopped explaining, stopped shrinking, stopped seeking approval. And strangely, the noise disappeared. So what do you actually do with all of this? Here is what I call the discipline of quiet power. See the pattern, not the words. Do not react to what is said, observe why it is said. Nietzsche taught that truth hides beneath appearances. Command? Listen for intention, not language. Stop justifying yourself. Every explanation feeds their comparison. Psychologically, over-explaining lowers perceived authority. Command? Speak less, stand firm. Power line? Stop justifying, start protecting. Protect your success silently. Not everything needs to be shared. Not everyone deserves access to your growth. Command? Move in silence. Let results speak. Not explanation, distance. Do not shrink for comfort. You are not responsible for their insecurity. Marcus Aurelius believed alignment matters more than approval. Command? Stay consistent. Do not downplay your progress. Power line? Your growth is not negotiable. But there is one more thing, the lesson beneath all the other lessons. If you want to truly understand Nietzsche, you must accept this. Not everyone will celebrate your becoming, because your growth forces others to confront their stagnation. And the highest form of strength is continuing anyway, without explanation, without apology, without slowing down. You are not arrogant for growing. You are not selfish for succeeding. You are simply becoming someone else ready to understand. And that will always create tension. But clarity changes everything. You stop explaining, you stop shrinking, you start choosing yourself. As Nietzsche might have said, your mission is not to make others comfortable with your growth. Your mission is to become fully, unapologetically yourself. And that will always disturb those who never dared to try. Remember this, my friends. It is not about your success. It is about what your success reveals in others. The discipline of quiet power is not avoidance. It is awareness without reaction. See clearly, move silently, stay grounded. Final power line? Not their judgment, your path. Because one day you will look back on this moment and you will understand that nothing was wrong with you. You were simply surrounded by people who were not ready for who you were becoming. And that is when everything changes. If you want more videos on human psychology, the philosophy of Nietzsche, personal power, and the hidden dynamics that shape every relationship, subscribe to Ancient Soul Philosophy. Because understanding the human soul means taking back control of your life. And if this video made you see yourself or someone in your life differently than before, that's exactly what this channel is built for.